Hello, this is Chris. In this video, you'll get a high-level overview of workflows in LeadCenter. Workflows help automate your internal processes, like follow-ups, task creation, and notifications. To begin, you can either open the workflow templates, which you use to design and manage your workflow logic, or you can go to the Workflow Runs page to view active and completed workflow activity. The Workflow Runs page shows a list of every workflow that is run, along with the contact it ran on, the assigned owner, the workflow's status, and its start date and time. To edit a workflow, go to the Workflow Template section and open the Action menu for that workflow. From there, you can update the workflow name, its description, and key fields like target date, assigned owner source, and category. These settings help keep things organized and ensure your automations stay aligned with your team's workflow strategy. To design or modify the workflow, click on Workflow Designer. This opens the Visual Builder, where you can define automation steps and triggers. We'll return to this view shortly to go through the setup process step by step. From this menu, the workflow can be deleted at any time. If it's paused, it can be published, and if it's published, it can be paused. Since this workflow is still in draft mode, it can't be published yet. Let's walk through the full process of creating a brand new workflow from this screen. Start by clicking the New Workflow button. Enter a name, such as Welcome Email, and below that, add a short description, like Send Welcome Email for New Leads to clarify its purpose. The remaining fields, such as target date, source, and category, are optional and can be left blank. When done, click Save to move on to the next step. After clicking Save, the workflow opens in the Visual Workflow Designer. The first step is the trigger, which defines when the workflow should begin. A workflow can be triggered manually from a contact, note, or appointment, allowing you to attach workflows to those records as needed. LeadCenter also supports automated triggers, like when a new contact is created or an existing one is updated. In this case, set the trigger to run when a contact is created. Next, click the plus sign to add elements to the workflow. You can include filters, delays, and automated actions based on the trigger conditions. Available actions include assigning an owner, triggering a phone call, creating a task or step, sending an email or text message, or updating the contact's information automatically without any manual input. These are all automated actions the workflow will perform on its own. For example, to send an email, choose the Send Email action, then click into the email block. That opens the dialog where you can select a template and choose which email account to send from. You'll also choose the recipient. In this case, the email will go to the contact. Once everything is set, click Apply to save the action. Once the workflow is ready, you can either save and publish, or just save it as a draft if you want to finish it later. In this example, let's save it without publishing. Now say you want this workflow to run only for contacts from specific sources. You'll need to add a filter. To do that, click the plus sign, then choose Filter from the list of actions to define the condition. Next, click on the Filter box to open the Filter Designer. Here, create a one-time use segment. We'll set the filter so that it only applies to contacts where the source exactly matches webinar registration. This ensures the workflow sends emails only to contacts who came through webinar registrations. It's a simple way to target specific lead sources with tailored automation. Now click on Filter, rename it to something recognizable, like Webinar Contacts Only. Then click the plus sign and apply it. This means anytime a contact is created from a webinar, this workflow will send them a welcome email automatically, starting with the Send Email action. I'll name the action Send Welcome Email. For now, I've selected a sample template, but you can always create a custom one. Watch our other video to learn how to design email templates for workflows. Click the tick icon, then click Apply. You can also add multiple actions to your workflow, like creating a task or assigning an owner. For example, if webinar leads go to a specific user, you can assign them automatically. In this case, assign the contact to Michael Jordan. Then click Apply to confirm the action. You can also rename the action. For example, assign Michael Jordan as owner to keep it clear. Now, whenever a new contact is created from a webinar, they'll receive a welcome email, and ownership will be automatically assigned to Michael Jordan. At this point, you're ready to save and publish the workflow. Once published, it becomes active and will appear in your list of published workflows on the main screen. If a new contact is created, the workflow actions, like sending the welcome email and assigning ownership, will run automatically without any manual steps. In the list view, you'll also see how many times each workflow has been triggered. To view individual workflow runs, click Workflow Runs from the blue menu. This gives you visibility into every time a workflow is triggered. Thank you.